15 years apart, a father's journey back home. 15 years apart, and my daughter no longer recognized me. I left home to give my family a better life, but in the process, I lost them. I was just a simple man, a husband, a father. But when our small bakery collapsed, I had no choice. I left my wife and daughter behind to work abroad. Just a few years, I told myself, then I'll come home. But years turned into a decade, then 15. My daughter grew up without me. I missed her birthdays, her first day of school, her entire childhood. Every time I called home, my wife's voice sounded weaker, until one day she said, "I don't need the money anymore, I need you." That was the moment I realized I had become a stranger to my own family. I wanted to go home, but I couldn't. My employer had taken my passport. I was trapped. If I tried to leave, I would be arrested. Then one night, everything changed. I collapsed from exhaustion. When I woke up, I saw two strangers sitting beside me, an elderly couple who ran a small cafe nearby. I barely knew them, but they had seen me struggle for years. "We'll help you go home," they said. I laughed bitterly. How? I have no passport, no money, nothing. But they didn't say a word. Instead, they sold their most valuable possession, an old Persian carpet passed down for generations. With that money, they paid my debts, bought my plane ticket, even bribed officials to get my passport back. I was speechless. "Why would you do this for me?" The old man smiled and simply said, "We have a son who works abroad too. We pray that one day someone helps him, just like we helped you." And so, after 15 years, I finally went home. As I stepped off the plane, I saw my daughter. She wasn't 5 anymore. She was a grown woman. She just stared at me. For a moment, I thought she wouldn't remember me. Then, suddenly, she ran. "Papa," she cried. I dropped my bag, fell to my knees, and for the first time in 15 years, I held my daughter in my arms. Behind us, the elderly couple stood in the distance, smiling. They asked for nothing, just the hope that one day, someone would help their son too. Sometimes, the kindest hearts belong to the people we least expect. And no amount of money can replace the love of a family. Cherish your loved ones before it's too late. Would you sacrifice for a stranger? Subscribe for more real-life stories that touch the heart.